So hi everybody, how's it going? I'm George Taylor, I'm the founder of Gramersi.com. Today we are at the Great British Business Show 2021 here at the ExCeL Stadium, and I've got with me, he needs no introduction, Touker Suleyman.
Hi everybody, I'm very happy to be here today. Very excited to exchange some of my views and knowledge, and hopefully I can inspire a few people today to go away and say, because of Touker I didn't give up.
So Touker, why fashion?
I started my career being an article clerk in a firm of chartered accountants, and by accident, through giving my grandmother some clothes to sell to her friends, that just expanded me into fashion, giving up, of course, accountancy, the disapproval of my family, and that's how I started, really. I remember that was probably in 1976, 77. Young lad then.
So in 1980s you went through quite a difficult patch. In
1980 I was on a bit of a whirlwind, and I became the youngest chairman of two public companies. In the fact, one was a retailer, one was a fashion company, and shares at the time went from 3p to £4. It was a phenomenon, and I made a big mistake where I invested in a public company without due diligence. All the figures were wrong. I invested a lot of money, and through personally in my businesses, it was like a pack of cards. I lost everything. Probably the best lesson of my life. Lesson number one is, whatever you're doing, do your due diligence. Prime. Lesson number two, never give up. Lesson number three, keep on going.
You're quite well known for Hawes Curtis. Could you talk a bit about the turnaround story? So obviously when you first got your hands on Hawes Curtis, like what did you have to do to kind of get it to shape?
Well, I think the first acquisition was Hawes Curtis. I bought that for £1. The company had about £1 million worth of debt. I then rang up every creditor and said, look, the company's insolvent. Rather than going into bankruptcy, I'll give you X pence in the pound. Everyone agreed, they all got something out of it. And I got myself a brand. And then I decided that I was going to become a shirt retailer. So I looked on Jermyn Street and decided who my competitors were, and I said, well, if you can't beat me, join them. Hence the fact that Hawes Curtis has thrived. We've now got over 20 stores, doing excellently well at the moment, out of the pandemic. So better things to come from Hawes Curtis. And we've just acquired a business that we were investors in called Finery. So we've got 3 fashion businesses.
Could you just talk about some of your then investments that have really boomed, the ones that really kind of taken off?
I've got a few really. We've got a small investment, what was a small at the time, called Wool Couture. I invested with that with Tej, and that was a 300,000 business, and I think this year they'll do 3 million. They've just signed up Tom Daley as a collaboration with Tom Daley on him knitting. That's very exciting for us at the moment. I think the most exciting investment is probably the recent one we did with Generate. Generate is where you give the power to Generate to control your data, and in return you get rewards, vouchers, and I think that is going to be hopefully $1 billion business. Probably the best pitch I've ever seen in the den by Sam Jones, who pitched to me.
That was a fantastic pitch, that was. So raising investment is quite tough. What key metrics do business owners need to know?
Well, I think first of all, you've got to have a USP, a unique selling point, why your service or your product is different to anybody else's. Second of all, you've got to look at the competition and say, how can I offer better product, better service than my competition? And third of all, more than anything, is have the passion, have the vision, and know where you're going.
Last but not least, Touker, what is next for you? What's the next big thing?
I own an online platform called Bike Soup, where we sell second-hand bikes. And Bike Soup is going to launch a mega store outside Westfield, where we will sell new bikes, we will buy in second-hand bikes, we'll repair bikes, and eventually we'll have bike auctions. So we're in the bicycle world. As we all know, bikes are on trend, and I love to be doing business with on-trend businesses.